Hi folks. This is another Kids Church video for the month of June, exploring the story of Pentecost. Pentecost is a time in the church year when I think it makes a lot of sense for us to talk about our passions, the things we care most about in the world. One of the images that is used in the Pentecost story is the image of fire. Little tongues of fire come out of the sky and land on people's heads in the Pentecost story, right? We also use fire as a symbol to talk about the things that we care about the most. We talk about having a burning desire to do something, or getting fired up because we care about something so much, right? Sometimes I think that grown-ups talk to kids as if their passions only matter when they get to be grown-ups. Has that ever happened to you? Sometimes it sounds like grown-ups focusing on questions like, what do you want to do when you grow up? Or what do you want to be when you grow up? Instead of questions like, what are you good at? What things do you enjoy doing now? The Bible always treats children as full human beings who can make a difference and contribute something right now. That's something that comes up in the story of Pentecost. The Spirit of God comes to this community of people, and they recognize a fulfillment of this promise that everyone in the community, regardless of their age, is able to have a vision of what the world could be like. They're able to dream up new possibilities and speak truth to others in the community. One of the other stories from the Bible that I love is the story of Samuel. Samuel becomes a very important prophet as an adult. Samuel is a part of the selection of King David to be king of the nation of Israel. But before any of that happened, Samuel had an important experience as a child. When Samuel was a child, he lived in the temple with a priest named Eli. Samuel was Eli's helper. And so he slept in the temple. And one night, when he was in his room going to bed, he heard a voice call his name. He assumed it was Eli, and so he went to Eli's room and said, "Master, did you call me?" Eli said, "No, that wasn't me. Go back to bed." So Samuel went back to his room and he went to sleep, or tried to. It happened a second time. Samuel heard a voice call his name. And so he went to Eli's room again and said, "Master, I really think you're calling me. I keep hearing you call my name." And Eli said, "I am not calling you. Go back to bed." And Eli was starting to get frustrated now because he wanted to sleep too. So Samuel went back to his room and he heard the voice a third time. This time when he went to Eli's room, Eli began to realize that maybe something was up. Maybe Samuel was hearing someone call his name. Maybe Samuel was hearing God call his name. So Eli told Samuel, "The next time you hear this voice, stay in your room and say, 'Yes, Lord, your servant is listening.'" So Samuel went back to his room and he laid down, and he did hear the voice again saying, "Samuel, Samuel." And this time He stayed in his bed, but he said, "Yes, Lord, your servant is listening." And God had a message for Samuel. God told Samuel that Eli's sons, who were grown-ups, were making very bad decisions. And God was not going to let them have power and influence because they were making bad choices. This wasn't happy news. But Samuel knew enough to realize that it was true. And God told him, "Samuel, I need you to share this message with Eli." So Samuel went to Eli's room one last time. I wonder how that felt. Samuel had a message from God for Eli, and it was not good news. I wonder if he was scared. I think I would be scared. But when Samuel went to Eli and shared the message with him, Eli listened, and Eli recognized the truth in what Samuel was sharing. And he said, "Samuel, you have listened to God, and you have told me the truth." And Eli knew that he had to find other people to take responsibility for the temple after him, because his sons were not going to be able to do it. There are other stories too in the Bible about children that are able to speak truth to grown-ups. Children who listen to what God is saying or who pay attention to what's happening around them. And it's powerful. Here's what I most want you to understand. You have something important to contribute to the world right now. You don't have to wait until you're a grown-up. The things that you care about now, the things that you're good at, the passions that you have, all of those things matter today. That's a part of how God has made you, and you are a powerful member of God's community and of our church right now. So I want you to think this week about what your passions are. A passion could be something that makes you really excited, something that you love doing. A passion might also be something that you feel angry about because it's wrong and you want to find a way to make it right. Sometimes our passions are relationships, people that we care about and want to treat well. Whatever your passions are, they matter now. And you can do amazing things. You can speak truth. You can listen to God. You can follow Jesus. You can be an example to people younger than you, but also to grown-ups. I miss seeing each one of you so much. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what kinds of passions you have discovered in these months when you've been having to adjust to a new reality. I know that you are doing important things at home with your families, and also as you begin to connect a little bit more with our city and our world. Your passions matter, and I'm here to cheer you on. Okay? Happy Pentecost.